Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our Let's Play, our Let's Look at Walkthroughs and Beat the Game of Ultima 8 Pagan. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been around, thanks for watching. So we're picking up, Ultima 8 is doing its best to defeat us. We've had to look up quite a bit the last couple episodes. It is what it is. We're getting through the game, though. We are here in the land of the sorcerers. We just popped out right here. So we're going to walk around and talk to these sorcerers and find out what we need to do to get our power here. So, what have we done so far? We have gone ahead and we got power from Lithos. We got all but the final power from the Titan Stratos. We're after... Oh no, we released Hydros from her prison. And now we need to get whatever quests are needed for Pyros. So let's jump into it and get this taken care of. There we go. I just ate a Tootsie Roll, and I tell you, I'm having the worst, I don't know why it's giving me like weird, terrible dry mouth or something. This is awful. All right. Teleport pad. Thank goodness. Let's save with a teleport pad here, because now we can get back here if we need to. Alright, first house of the sorcerers. The Acolyte Bane. Alright, what's in your bag over here? Oh, this looks fancy. We've got a symbol, a rod, volcanic ash, iron, demon bone, pumice. All right. And some books. Flame bolt. A bolt of flame was released from the sorcerer. Oh, we got a whole new set of spells. Hold on. Hold on. Sorcerer spells. Alright. Let's take a look here. Shooting forth on errand to the object, the sorcerer's ire. Upon reaching the destination, it explodes, causing moderate damage to all things caught within its range. Runes, Inort Flame. Red candles. Pervolakenze, Mastate Pa in the Aphelion. Reagents, Ash at Mozesta Pa. Pumice at Privilacana Pa. Z. Iron at Mocestal Z. I have no idea what any of this means. I'm not writing that down. Ignite. Light up the area around you. A bunch of stuff. Extinguish. Put out a fire. Put pumice places. Okay, hello. Who are you? Ah, a stranger comes to the Enclave. How rare. You're also a stranger to the island of Morgellion, are you not? Yes. So I thought. What might you be called, my friend? I am Grugtar. What an interesting name. I shall be sure to make note of it. However, you have need of a name that has meaning in the Elder tongue. I sense that your name should be Demion. It means fire of the sky. Do you like it? Sure. It gladdens me to hear it. Perhaps later, when you have earned it, you will be given a true name. Damian? Damien? Damien. Okay. Damien seems right and will suffice for now. What may I assist you with? Who are you? Tell me of the Elder tongue. That is my specialty, for I am an advanced student of the language and all languages for that matter. The Elder tongue allows sorcerers such as myself to unleash or bind fire. All acolytes must learn it to create the enchanted tools of our trade. What enchanted tools? Wands, rods, staves, and other unperishable metal paraphernalia in the trappings of a sorcerer. What is an acolyte? I, for one, am an acolyte sorcerer. Acolytes are the group of sorcerers the master calls upon to aid him in the performance of his sorcery. Tell me of your master. Malkier is a wily one, but his self-interest is counter to my own outgoing nature. He should become more concerned with the other sorcerers, instead of always hiding himself away. Nevertheless, he makes a fine and powerful master. Otherwise, other acolytes' malicious comments are unwarranted, and you should take no heed of them. Malicious comments? It would only perpetuate these comments to give them voice, therefore I shall refrain. What do you mean by fire? Fire is the most powerful and destructive of the elements, as the Lord of Flame is the most potent of the Titans. What do you know of the Titans? I know the names and titles by which the people address them, and the elements they have reign over. Other than this, I cannot or will not tell you, at least not yet. What is a Titan? What? Do you mean to tell me you know not what the Titans are? No. It is good that you do know, for I do not think that one could come so far as to be ignorant of the Titans. Tell me of this Lord of Flame. The Lord of Flame is none other than the Titan of the element of fire. He was bound to the will of the sorcerers long ago, and remains bound to this very day. It is by his chain might that we control our sorcery. What is sorcery? Sorcery is the art of manipulating fire. It is not an easy path to take, as you can see, by the scars that mark those of my sorcerer's kind. However, it does have its rewards. Is there anything else you would wish to discuss? What is a true name? I see by your question that you are unlearned in the ways of sorcery, and sorcerers for that matter. A true name is the name given to sorcerer when she begins her training. The names you chose later, or were given before, have no power. I am called Bane, although that is not my true name. Power over what? Why, over the fire, of course. The true name of a sorcerer is melded to the spell to give it meaning. The true name of the demon binds it to the sorcerer's will. Even the most powerful demon, the Lord of Flame himself, may be commanded. So, if one also has the tongue of fire, what is the tongue of fire? I know very little about it, save it is the focus of the sorcerer's ability to control the Lord of Flame. What exactly is a demon? A demon is the essence of a man or woman who has been vanquished by flame. It is almost mindless and filled with a destructive rage that consumes all it sees. It owes allegiance to the Lord of Flame, and can be made a servant by the sorcerer with the knowledge and power to control it. Is there anything else you would wish to discuss? Tell me of the Enclave of Morgalen. A sorcerer's enclave sits in the arms of Demon's Crag, overtopped by Mountain Morgalen. I don't know how to say this. The volcano is the namesake of the island. Why is the crag named after demons? Long ago, this was the place where the first demon appeared. Would you care to hear the tale? Yes. A man and his only daughter, Ariana, were pursued up the crag by Zelans who wished to make his life and more from his daughter. The Zelans cornered the man and his child upon the cliffs, overlooking the fiery river of lava. At last, seeing all hope of escape vanish, the man decided that he would rather his daughter go to a quick, if painful, death than go to the fate of the brutish Zelans had in store for her. Tears in his eyes, he threw his lovely daughter into the lava and turned to face the Zelans. Just as they were about to finish off the badly wounded man, a hideous, reddish beast leapt out of the lava and slew them to a man. The beast turned upon the wounded man. As it was almost upon him, he yelled out, "In the name of my beloved Ariana, please leave me be." At the dying man's last words, the demon vanished in a cloud of brimstone. As fortune would have it, the man lived a while, yet to tell his tale. Does Morgalen have a meaning? Yes, indeed it does. It means dark jewel in the tongue of the elders. You are a curious sort, aren't you? Tell me about sorcerers. If you wish, but know this. The real power of the true name will only be given to one initiated in our ways. Would you know about the current sorcerers? Or perhaps some of those that went before? Current ones. The living sorcerers of the Cabal are divided into two groups, the body and the will. The body is made up of all the acolytes, and the will is that of the master. Who are the acolytes? The acolytes are poorly led by the first acolyte, who is more beast than man. His name is Verdian, and you would do well to avoid him, as his odor can be most offensive. I, of course, am also one of the acolytes. Then there is Gorgron, sometimes a bit slow of wit and easily led astray by those that he thinks are of greater importance. Lastly, there is Baron, a man to be trusted. He is as good as his word, and his word is beyond reproach. You could do worse than take his advice in all things. Tell me of Vardian. Now, to put too fine a point on it, he is brutish, overbearing, pompous lout. In other words, I find his presence intolerable, and if Master Malkir were not so engrossed in his own affairs, I feel sure that he would allow me to issue the calling to Vardian, even if he is the first acolyte. What's the calling? The calling is a challenge from one sorcerer to another. It invariably ends in the death of one of the participants. No other form of arbitration is allowed. Save as the master deems fitting, it is the way by which we keep peace amongst ourselves. The rules of issuing a call are as follows. No sorcerer may call upon another without the permission of the master, except when the master calls, or is called. Only an acolyte may call upon the master. A sorcerer who breaks these simple rules can usually number his remaining days upon one hand. What do you mean by first acolyte? The first acolyte is chosen to be the master's second in command, and tends to be the daily affairs of running the Enclave. The master needs someone who understands people, someone with a vision of the future. Vardian is not this someone, for to the contrary, he lingers in the past, observing outdated traditions for tradition's sake, but I digress. Perhaps you grow bored with this line of conversation. No, please go on. I will entrust to you further knowledge of our predicament. I have reason to believe that Vardian is preparing to assassinate the master. He thinks that Malkir breaks with too many of the old traditions, but fears his power. Should he kill Malkir and become master, he will return the Enclave to the days when sorcerers were shunned by the rest of the island's populace. To get to the point at hand, I must ask a favor of you. I need someone to enter into the confidences of the first acolyte and acquire from him his true name. This will aid me in performing a scrying to know his motives. Will you do this? Sure. If so, I can offer you a position as a disciple, or even acolyte, should Vardian's intentions be murderous. Sure. I agree. Good. You are perceptive and wise, my Damien. Firstly, in order to become a disciple sorcerer, you must have an acolyte for a sponsor. I shall be that for you. Secondly, as your sponsor, I will give you a true name. Damien you are to me, and Damien you shall be to the fire. My inner sight judged your name correctly. It would seem I have always had that ability. Well, then, power to your true name, I must reveal mine to you. Sabrian it is, and it means well of the stars. Now, your first task, my disciple, is to enter into the confidences of our illustrious first acolyte and get from him his true name. I care not how you do this, just get it. Okay. Well, easy enough. Let's go get a true name for our new boss. We signed up with the first person we ran into. I'm sure there will be no regrets to this. But I'll tell you what, so far in this game, I have not noticed...
At this very moment, Britannia burns.
There's not like a lot of alternate paths, it doesn't seem. It seems like you just do the thing, right? So what do we got here? We got... whose house? Acolyte Gorgond. Hello, Gorgond! What do you want, stranger? I wish to speak to you. Who are you? I am Grugtar. Oh, greetings, Grugtar. I am Gorgon. What do you need of me? What do you do here? I am a sorcerer. What can you say of the sorcerers? Oh, quite a bit. I am most knowledgeable, you know. I have studied here for a long time, since I was a babe. Well, what can you say? About what, Grugtar? About the Enclave. I can tell you this. You are beginning to anger me. Okay. Well, let's not push our luck. It's just like the... blocked. There's someone behind this door. Yes. There's someone behind this door. Hopefully they will move out of the way. So these two sorcerers walk into Shattered Skull. Green stranger, what do you want? What are you called? My name is Kothius, and you are? I'm Grugtar. Well met! Is there something else you would ask about? What do you do? I am a sorcerer, a disciple to be specific. Disciple? What is that? A disciple is the follower of the burning path. And before you ask, the burning path is the study of fire. Tell me of the fire. I cannot. It fills my being. I sleep and it watches over my dreams. I wake and it is all around me. It is my desire to command and serve it for the rest of my days. What is a sorcerer? A sorcerer. Strange that you should ask. Never mind. A sorcerer is a mage who studies the fire. Tell me of this place. Well, as a disciple, it is not my place to inform necromancers of this place. Suffice to say, it is called Sorcerer's Enclave, and it sits in Demon's Crag. Why is it called an enclave? There was a time when we sorcerers were feared by the others. Our kind were outcast among them, and so, many ages ago, the Cabal made the enclave to protect ourselves, as well as the others from misunderstandings. Tell me of Demon's Crag. I don't know very much about it. My studies of sorcery preclude much outside research. What use is sorcery? If you have to ask that, it will never be of use to you, and so my answer wouldn't either. What is the Cabal? That is the word we all use for the sorcerers. Something else you want to ask about? Goodbye. Alright, so not much there. This guy moved away from his door. Who is this guy? What do you want? Tell me what you are called. I am Mentor. And you are? I'm Grugtar. Well met, Grugtar. Is there something else you would ask about? Tell me of this place. Same dialogue. We're just gonna get through it here. Just so we talk to him about everything. Alright, there we go. We've at least talked to them if there's something that triggers. Let's see. Vardian's house. That's the guy we have to make friends with. Some kind of evil pit. I feel like this is the, next... That's the next thing, so I want to check the other places. So it looks like maybe some more random dudes. What is it? Tell me of this place. Okay. That's just another dude. What do you call? This is Cardus. Who are you? This is Deimos. Okay, so Deimos and Cardos are just the same as the other guy. Basic dialogue boxes. Okay, up here we've got to do some kind of rituals or something place. We got a big fancy house here. I'm assuming this is where the head honcho lives. The Hall of the Sorcerers. Well, that's poopy. What's going on in here? Magic Circle. The Library of the Sorcerers. Who are you? What do you need? What's your name? He is Talon. Alright, so... Again, the same dialogue as before. This door is locked. Okay. So I can't get back there. Let's go talk to Fancy Man. The one we were told we have to become friends with. Let's start making friends. What could go wrong? Hello, I need to be friends with you. Who are you? I am Grugtar. I don't care what your name is. I want to know who you are, that you feel free to enter into the Sorcerer's Conclave without my permission. I merely seek knowledge. We don't give it away at the Enclave. It's earned. Tell me why you are here. What do you want from me? What I want is an intelligent response, intruder. I'm a great hero. Maybe where you come from. But here you're nothing unless I say you're something. Ah, I see. Good. I'm glad that you do. Now then, I'm a busy man. What do you want of me? Who are you? I am Vardian, first acolyte of Sorcerer's Enclave. Keep this in mind and we'll have no strife. Tell me of the place. How can it be that you do not know of the Sorcerer's Enclave? I'm a stranger. You are a stranger indeed, but regardless, I will tell you because you need to be aware of the danger you are in while here. This is the Sorcerer's Enclave. As first acolyte, it is my duty to make sure that the sorcerers learn about the fire and keep the old ways alive. The old ways? The old ways are the rituals and ceremonies that we use to bind the Lord of Flame to our wills. The rituals and ceremonies? These rituals are shown to sorcerers only. I will not reveal them to an outsider. To do so is punishable by death. Who is the Lord of Flame? The Lord of Flame is the father of the demons. He is the charnel pit from which all fire comes. The father of demons? Yes, all demons owe allegiance to Pyros. They are born when a life is ended in flames. Who is Pyros? Pyros is the name of the Lord of Flame, Titan of Fire. Tell me of the fire. Fire is all-consuming. It lives within the mountain. It burns within your own body. It is the element I give my life to study. What is an element? What do you mean, what is an element? What's a paladin? Where do you come from that you could possibly be so ignorant? I came from another world. By the Guardian, I found a world traveler. My grandmother always said that there were other worlds out there. It's a shame she couldn't be here to see proof. Did she die? No, she just vanished one day. No one knows where she is. Her name was Mordra. She was a powerful mage. Maybe she found a way to leave this world. Perhaps she went to yours, Grugtar. Perhaps. What is the world called, my friend? We'll tell him Britannia. What an odd-sounding name, but strangely enough, it sounds familiar. Now, I believe you asked me of all things what an element is. The elements, number 4. Earth, water, air, and fire. And each has a power intrinsic to it. Tell me of Earth. Earth is useful to fire. It forms the channels through which fire flows and provides the fuel by which it burns. The Mountain King and Lord of Flame have almost no conflict of wills. Tell me of the Mountain King. Of course, Alchem won't be born in Pagan and not know of the Earth Titan. Well, I just told you I'm from another world. His necromancers attend to the dead and put them beneath the ground to become his servants. His dominion is over the land and death. What do you know of the necromancers? They are the practitioners of the magic of death. Are you finished? Tell me of this place. This is the Sorcerer's Enclave. As first acolyte, it is my duty to make sure the sorcerers learn about fire and keep the old ways alive. Tell me about the sorcerers. Sorcerers are practitioners of the elements of fire. We are not to be trifled with. Must you treat me like a child? While you are in my enclave, I will treat you however I please, but in truth, I seek only to give warning to those uninitiated in our ways. Are you finished? Tell me of this place. This is the Sorcerer's Enclave. As first acolyte, it's my duty to make sure sorcerers blah blah blah. First acolyte, what is that? It is a position of respect amongst my kind. I handle the affairs of the Enclave and our dealings with Tenebrae. This gives the Master more time to commit to research and spellcraft. Ooh, what does the Master research? That is not your business, and don't bother to ask him. He won't tell you and will most likely be angered by your interruption. And if he is angry, I'll be angry. Do you take my meaning? Yes. Good. I'm glad you do. Spellcraft, tell me more of this. Spells are our means of releasing and controlling the power of fire. Who and what is the Master? Master Malkir is the leader of our enclave, but do not bother him with idle questions. He's a busy man, and does not take kindly to interruptions of his work. You have dealings with Tenebrae? Of course, Dullard. Do you think we have the time to grow our own food, make our own clothing, craft our own buildings? We give Tenebrae the sure knowledge that the Lord of Flame will remain bound, that the volcano will remain dormant. In return, they free us from the necessity of handling our more basic needs. Shrewd bargaining on both sides. I would say this, but I think that'll make him angry. Your perceptions are both insightful and correct. Perhaps you have what it takes to become a sorcerer. Does this prospect intrigue you? Yes. Excellent. I will personally see to your tutoring. That is, after you perform one small service. And what might that be? I will tell you only once a deal has been struck. Fear not, I won't make you do something you will regret. Are you prepared to undertake my task? Yes, I am prepared. Excellent. The pact has been made. You will now be my disciple. I sense you are one of the rare individuals who the fire has chosen. The fire gives you the true name, Damien. Hold tightly to that name. It is your strength and also your weakness. My true name is Morduin. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Vardian's true name is Morduin. I'll have to go back and get the other true name. I give it to you so you may learn sorcery from me. Reveal it on pain of death. The task you must perform is to gain the true name of Bane. She is a deceptive and conniving wretch. Do not be fooled by her apparent friendliness. It's a ruse. She is power-hungry and ambitious. It is my belief that she seeks the death of the Master and myself in order to become the most powerful sorcerer of Pagan. This is not a problem in and of itself. It is how she intends to go about it that causes the problem. Were she to issue the calling and challenged by the proper methods, I would surely defeat her. But knowing this, she intends to strike clandestinely. The factions that exist in the Enclave will war if this happens. The possibility of losing control of the Lord of Flame will vastly increase, and should this catastrophe come to pass, Pagan will be doomed. You must hurry. I know not when she will attack. Okay, so we've got two mages. We have the one who is the legal owner of the legal guy in charge. And we have the other one who seems like she might be shady. Let's go with this guy. Do you know what Bane's true name is? Yes. What is it? You must hurry. We have no time to waste. I must begin the ritual now. Her name was Sabrian. A weak name for a weakling sorcerer. Watch now what a real sorcerer can do, my disciple. How may I serve you, master? Find the one called Sabrian, and put an end to her life, and then return home from whence you came. I command you do this in Pyros' name. Yes, master.
I do so enjoy the cries of torment.
There, it's done. I have sensed a demonic presence within the confines of the Enclave. Vardian, what is the meaning of this? Forgive me, master. Bane was planning to assassinate you. With the aid of this stranger, I summoned a demon to rid us of the threat. Surely you understand that I had to do something. I understand no such thing. Get up! You should have brought this to my attention before acting on your baseless suspicions. Yes, master. I only sought to protect you. Well, in your feeble attempt guarding my person, you have destroyed a valuable acolyte at a time when I need to call upon the Lord of Flame. How exactly you propose to solve this dilemma, Vardian? If you will permit me to remain your first acolyte, I believe that I can give you a fine disciple to assist in the ritual fire. That one there. He calls himself Grugtar. His sorcerer's potential is truly great. Can you not feel it? Of course I can. Do not presume to tell me my craft. Teach him our ways, and keep in mind that while he is your disciple, all his actions reflect upon you, first acolyte. Yes, I understand, my master. I will provide you with an excellent acolyte. We will begin training immediately. See that you do, and when he is ready, send him to me. If he can survive the Obsidian Fortress, he will be ready for the Ritual of Flame. Yes, master. Well, disciple, it's time to make an acolyte out of you. Go and read the books of our library. They will show you how to become a sorcerer. Come to me only if you have questions about sorcery in general. Here's the key to the library. Run along now. We may have chosen the wrong team, but we're not going back. We're not going back. Alright, so I understand nothing of sorcery at this point. What I do understand is that, is this lady dead? It sounded like she's dead. Bad things happened here. Alright, so we've got a bunch of books on sorcery. Summon Demon. Ashet Mesostaza Pa Doth. None of this makes sense. The Art of Flame. Fire is the crucible of life. Before it, all impurities are burned away. All that remains is a pure, unclouded will. Sorcerer should revel in this and know the power is his servant. The will of the sorcerer is the crucible of reagents. But I speak here not of the reagents, but instead of the foci of sorcery. The first focus we sorcerers created was made by casting a metal disc with shavings of a black rock-like substance. This substance was found to be throughout the island. In fact, all of our foci use this substance, to a greater or lesser degree. The disc was then engraved with a pentagram symbol of fire. This dedicates it to our purpose. No sorcerer should be without his symbol, since it is the outward token of our superiority. A note about the sorcerer's pentagram symbol. It may cast several of the ignites or extinguish cantrips. Any other power, it may cast but once. Okay. Oh! I'm sorry. This is not just Bane. This is Bane, the dead sorcerer. Armor of Flames. I can't read this book. Bane, you're in the way. Can you... Thank you. Ignite. Extinguish. So Bane had this bag of stuff. Where there's a rod, a symbol of explosions, iron, and some other stuff. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this bag and add it to our bag box. Nothing here. We already looked there. So I don't understand. I don't understand how this sorcery works, and I think I've chosen the guy who's not going to teach me very well. Which, you know, it happens. But we got a key to the library, so let's check the library out. So back in here, we got a lot of reading to do, I think. What's that? A talisman. Iron. Open the book. The spell of Fire Shield. The Art of Flame. We've read this. Okay. The explosion spell. Forward. Sorcery is the magic of fire. Destruction is the sorcerer's bailiwick. Being first and foremost an adept theurgist of the Order of Enlightenment, I find it hard to reconcile this power with my training as a healer. However, were it not for the Cabal's efforts, our island would have long since perished beneath the ash and lava pouring from the volcano. Some of my acolytes feel that having this power gives us an elevated status. I cannot agree. Our power gives us the ability to fulfill a duty of our people, no more, no less. The Pentacle. This is the first instrument we of the Cabal found to use in dealing with the Lord of Flame. You can contain and bind him if properly prepared and administrated. Fire flows first through the median of the pentacle before being shaped by the sorcerer. The lines of the pentacle serve different purposes in the web of an enchantment. The outer ring, called the Perfurion, is a barrier, or ward if you will, that allows a sorcerer to conjure with safety. The lines in the interior are divided into two groups. The conducia that touch points on the Perfurion, and the inner pentagon, called the locus. The points where the conduction touch perforation each have a destination that relates to their distance from the volcano. The furthest point is called the Alphalion. The middle two are Mesotole. Mesotole Pa sits to the right, while Mesotole Ze is to the left. The final points, closest to the volcano, are appropriately named Parvolonica. Parvolonica Pa is on the right, and Ze is on the left. Okay. So, I gotta do a little ASCII art for myself. So you have a point. So the pentagram, you have the top is called Alphalion. Then you have Mesostle. I totally mistyped that on my thing. Mestostle, and you have Pa is right, Z is left. And then the bother two are the Perivolcan, and you have Pa is right, Z is left. Okay, making sense. The candle. The basis for the use of candles in sorcery is merely to aid in focusing the sorcerer's will upon the proper enchantment. A black candle incorporates ash with wax to temper the will with order, while red candles use blood and wax to free the sorcerer's imagination. The reagent. The relevance that reagents have to a spell are twofold. They provide additional energies for the sorcerer's use, as well as assisting in the formation of the proper spell. Their portions in proximity to each of the candles around the Perfurion are extremely important and not to be tampered with. Experimentation is only to be attempted in the presence of a full complement of assisting acolytes. The focus. A focus in theurgy is a purified icon of the spell the theurgist concentrates upon to release his inner power. Not so in sorcery. A focus is merely a receptacle of power. Great amounts of energy are spent to attune a spell to a focus and empower it, but once it is infused, only a minor exertion of willpower unleashes the charge of the spell. Depending upon the size, makeup, and configuration of the focus, as well as the energy of the caster, a number of these charges will be available upon successful binding. Okay. So that was this book. What about this little one in the back? Ignite. Okay. So we have some reagents here. We've got some pumice. We've got some volcanic ash. We've got some obsidian. I did not mean to throw that. And that's game. You continue to just be frustrating. So we have volcanic ash. Straight up iron. More iron. Let's stack iron as the red stuff. Got pumice, obsidian, demon bone. So this was some pumice, some obsidian, a symbol of flame bolt. We'll take that. Some iron. What do we got here? Brimstone. That sounds like a reagent to me. Demon bone. Let's grab this rod. What else is down here? Some extra brimstone. We'll grab that. Alright. Armor of Flame spell. Summon demon. Banish demon. Flash. Extinguish. Fire shield. Okay, instructions on how to be a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry! Okay. Some candles. Oh, we better grab those. I have a feeling we're going to need some candles of different types. Oh, there's even more candles. Okay, what's our weight like right now? Oh, we're getting kind of heavy. We'll leave that there for a minute. Let's not grab them all. Flame bolt. Extinguish. You know, you're just in my way, bro. I don't want to be on the table. At no point did I mean to walk on the table. Okay, we've read this book like 5 times. Can't reach the pumice. Get out of the way. I dislike you much just because you're in my way, brah. That's it. Pumice. Volcanic ash. Got it. Magic leggings. I think I have magic leggings, don't I? Yeah. I'm already equipped with those. The Art of Flame. I want to read that again. The Art of Flame by Madrim, First Acolyte. Fire is the crucible of life. Before it, all impurities are burned away. All that remains is a pure, unclouded will. A sorcerer should revel in this and know that power is his servant. The will of the sorcerer is the crucible of the reagents, but I speak herein not of the reagents, but instead of the foci of sorcery. The first focus we sorcerers created was made by casting a metal disc with shavings of a black rock like... We read that already. Oh no, see? This has stuff I didn't read already. Okay. The disc was that engraved with a pentagram symbol of fire. This dedicates to our purposes. No sorcerer should be without it. Next, a note about the pentagram. It may cast several spells. The symbol, while versatile, lacked power, so we crafted a wand. It was only stable with less of the black rock, but a gem from the core of the volcano gave it the power necessary. These fire gems focus the will of the sorcerer's own inner fire. Casting capacity of the sorcerer's wand. It has the power to focus and ignite and extinguish spells in quantity, as well as flash and flame, bolt spells to a slightly larger degree. In an attempt to further increase the prowess of our spells, we created a rod, suffused with black rock, with a fire gem at either end, as well as the center. This focus allows the casting of spells of defensive nature, in addition to those of the wand. Casting the capacity of the sorcerer's rod, whose focus can cast the wand spells in greater measure, and is empowered to cast and endure heat, fire shield, and armor of flame. Master Corrin continued upon the work of the others by making another focus in a similar vein. It is formed mostly of solid black rock, fused into the shape of a staff by the power of Pyros. At either end it holds a fire gem, capped within black rock metal. Casting capacity of the Master's staff, unknown. You can cast create fire and cause explosions as well. I myself, becoming consumed with the idea that a more efficient, more powerful focus was possible, crafted the most powerful focus of all. Using the bones of Pyros' demonic servants, I made a fine powder. Then mixing this powder with clay and the blood of said demon, I fashioned a small replica of its skull. With fire gems in its eyes and baked in the heat of lava, it hardened the strength of a good masonry. With this talisman, I was able to summon demons to do my bidding, and banish them with mere words. The wielder of this focus shall truly be considered the master of the Enclave. Well, heck, that's sitting right over here. Like... Hold on, let me grab this iron. Let me grab this rod here. Ah, see, here's a wand, and here's a rod. Okay. And then there was a talisman right here, right? Like, do you want the most powerful thing you've ever seen? Because it's sitting right here. We're gonna grab that. And then what's in the chest? Oh! Okay. Well. How bad is this gonna... Man, our inventory is getting full. Let's just stack this all. Little management here. I love how that demon bone looks just like our regular bone. Stop it, chest. Let's grab all of this brimstone. Let's grab all this iron. Grab this volcanic ash. This pumice. This obsidian. Man, I'll tell you, that, 89. Ooh, we're getting almost full. Why is this blocked? Get out of the way. Okay, so we read all the books. Let's go back and talk to this guy. How much time we have in this episode here? Yeah, we got time. Alright, where are you at, Vardian? There he is. I was like, you better not have gone somewhere. I'd be upset.
At this very moment, Britannia burns.
Huh, you lied to me. You are devious. I would learn more about... I need to learn more about sorcery. Would you? Well then, learn. What would you know? How will I be tested? First, I will test your ability to create and bind sorcerer's energies to physical paraphernalia. When you can do this, I will pronounce you fit to become an acolyte. For your next task, I will give you the key of the acolyte. It's not a physical key as such, but the ability to enter into the obsidian fortress. Your test lies within. If you survive to find Master Malachar, you have passed. Your third test will be given by the Master himself. He will choose a spell for you to cast. Cast it successfully, you will be accepted as an acolyte. The final test will be to assist in the ritual of fire. Do this competently, your position as acolyte as well as my position of first acolyte. Okay. Will be confirmed. Alright, let's be tested. I've already done this. I want to be tested. Okay. Tell me about spellcasting. Sorcerer spellcasting is a craft. It involves binding the power of fire into a physical focus. The foci we use are the pentacle, symbol, a metal wand, rod or staff, and the talisman in the form of a demon's head. A pentagram is required to contain the power channeled into the focus. Candles are used to indicate the nature of the spell, and certain reagents placed strategically near certain candles unleash the shaped energies to be channeled. Where do I place candles? Each point of the pentacle has a small spike upon which a candle can be placed. These points have names associated with them. The point farthest from the core, that's the bottom one, the volcano is called the Ephelion. In it lies... there. Got it. The next are called Mestopolis. Pa is on the right, Zay is on the left. So that should be Pa, this should be Zay. Perfect. The final candles close to the volcano are appropriately named Pervalankea. Pervalancium Pa should be that one. Perfect. And its mate Za should be right there. Okay. Explain the foci. A focus is designed to hold the energy of the spell. Each focus has different limitations as to the choice and power of the spell. The pentacle symbol is the least powerful, but quite possibly the most useful focus. It is designed to contain the energies of the ignite and extinguish spells. However, any other spell may be worked into its pattern for one use. The wand can hold the ignite, extinguish, flash, and flame bolt spells. The rod holds all wand spells in addition to protective spells of endure heat, fire shield, and armor of flames. The staff holds all of the wand and rod spells, along with the create fire and explosion spells. Okay. The demon talisman holds only the summon demon, banish demon, and conflagration spells. When you wish to enchant a focus, you merely place it at the center of the prepared pentacle, then concentrate your will upon the pentacle itself. What are reagents? They are all things that the Lord of Flame provides for us, and they each are imbued with different capabilities. The simplest reagent is volcanic ash. Purpose in sorcery is to represent the spark that brings flame. Pumice is thrown far from the maw of the volcano, and has the property of giving distance to a spell. Obsidian is a very enduring substance. It can be worn down to fine grains of sand, but melted, it resumes its former properties. It grants duration. Raw iron, or pig iron, is strong yet flexible to work with. It lends its protective nature to sorceress endeavors. Brimstone is a volatile substance. It confers this to sorcerers' enchantment in the form of raw power. Be careful in your use of this reagent. Demon Bone, hard to acquire and harder still to use. This, of course, is the reagent required to make spells dealing with the demonic servants of Pyros. If you are not wary with its use, it will be your undoing. Reagents are placed about the candles to lend their particular properties to the spell. Other than proximity to the correct candle, their placement matters not. I must return to my work, disciple. Return when you seek more training. If I can only remember where I placed that brimstone. Okay. Keep saving here. How do I get tested? I'm ready to be tested. Are you? We shall see. Your test will consist of enchanting a focus or foci, your choice, with the spell of Flash, Flame Bolt, and Endure Heat. If you find that you are not ready, once the test begins, you may still leave, but the test will be forfeit. Do you wish to begin? I think I have everything I need. I'm going to look up... I'm going to have the spells ready on a different page. So I'm just going to pull those up. There's got to be something here. Alright, we're looking here. Yes, here are the things. I'm looking for the spells to be listed. Sorcery. Here we go. Got it. This is what we need. Alright, I think I got it in front of me. Let's do it. I'm ready to be tested. Are you? We shall see. Your test will consist of enchanting a focus or foci. Your choice with the spells. I'm ready. Alright, your test begins now. Do not fail. I will not tolerate failure of one of my disciples. Okay. So, if he said that I could do the flash spell. So, to do this, I need a symbol, wand, or rod, or staff. So in my inventory, I'll take a rod and put that here. Okay. I need, next, candles. I don't want to open the Microsoft Store. I never want to do that, Windows. Red candles at the top and bottoms, black candles in the middle. So red candles there, but black candle in the middle. I need to get closer. I need you replaced with you. Am I too far away? Come on. There we go. Okay. So red candles at those places. Regions. Pumice at the top. Volcanic ash at the two sides. So if I do pumice at the top. Again. Positioning. Pumice up here. I feel like that's not good enough. There we go. And then volcanic ash here. And then volcanic ash here. Here and here. Alright. Let's find out if I've done this correctly. Let's save in whoops. And let's go. Make sure you are using the proper candles and they are all lit. Oh, I have to light all the candles. Oh. Do I light any particular candles? Alright. I don't understand which candles I light. I'm assuming... Oh, maybe these. Okay. I'm looking at this cheat sheet. So this says I light the two candles next to the ash. So this says I light this one. I said I light this one. And I light this one. Let's give it a shot. Let's give this a shot. You are standing too close to the pentagram. Make sure you are using the proper candles in there. Oh, you gotta light all the candles. Okay. Let's try again. Good. I made a rod of flash. Look at that. I'm the best at magic. What about that, buddy? I cannot assist you during your test. Do you wish to forfeit? No. Very well, but you must hurry. You've made a good start, but most remarkable will not wait forever. Oh. I'm supposed to... Okay. I got... What did we have to do? Alright. What do I have to do? Agree to take the Flame Bolt, Flash, and Endure Heat. So I need Flame Bolt and Endure Heat. So Flame Bolt. I just want to get this done to be done with it. So Flame Bolt. Let me look at what that spell looks like. I can do this in a rod. And for this, I need red candles at the top and middles and black at the bottom. So red candles at the top and middle. And black down here. They're not quite snapping where I need them to go. There we go. These ones did not. You did not go where you're supposed to go. There we are. How about you? Come on, pick it up. Put it where it goes, Grug. You're making this a challenge it doesn't need to be, Grug. There we go. Alright. What are we doing here? Flame Bolt. Pig Iron on the left. Ash on the right. Pumice on the bottom. Pig Iron on the right. Wait. I've read this wrong. Hold on, I've messed up. It's supposed to be red candles at middle right and top left. Ah, okay. So again, red candles at middle right and top left. So red here, but these two are swapped. Okay. Please just go where you're supposed to go. Okay. That better be close enough for you, game. Okay. This can go on a rod, and we're going to put it iron, ash, pumice. So we're going to do iron... ash, pumice. Iron, ash, and pumice up here. Okay. A rod to stick it all in. Let's give this a shot. See if we can magic this up. Something's wrong. Indeed. Ranges are incorrect for that spell. Is this just wrong here? Is that the problem? Let's try again. This is pumice, right? Yep. There it goes. Perfect. All right. And last but not least, for this little section of the game, we have to create what? Flame Bolt, Flash, Endure Heat. So Endure Heat is the last spell we have to make. And again, we read these in the books. We just didn't write them down, so I don't feel bad using this. So I need a symbol, rod, or staff. I need another symbol. Like, these have already been used. Oh, there was one, I need a symbol. Is there one in here? It was in the bag I got. It was in the bag I got. Okay. Did I pick up extras that are in here? No. I need a one... Oh, I can use... No. Endure Heat. Rod or staff or symbol. Rod, staff, or symbol. Okay, we need a rod or symbol to do this on. Was there one here? No, we looted this, right? None there. Anything here? No. Aha, what's it here? Ooh. Can't go wrong with a key. Okay. I need a staff, rod, or symbol. Is there one in his house in that chest in the back? Back here? Ah! Okay, there's a blank symbol. I need that. And then what's this? Wand of Flame Bolt. Thank you. Can I take all your reagents as well? While we're here. I love how he just, like, runs around his house. That's my favorite thing. Okay. So. Now we can do this. Alright, so we need a symbol. Okay. And then we need to put red candles at the top, black candles in the middle. So it's one of these. Where this comes over here. This comes over here. And then this comes over here. And then spell-wise, we gotta do iron. Nope, I'm on the wrong thing here. And then I need obsidian and iron. I need obsidian at the top. So I need a piece of obsidian here. I need a piece of obsidian here. Then I need a piece of iron here. Okay, let's give this a shot. The reagents don't seem right. Is this another one of those, like... You're just not positioned properly? Why can't you pick this up? Why? Why? Why, Ultima 8? Is it these ones that are wrong? Now try again? His manic running around is really just doing me in here. What's wrong here? Something's wrong. The reagents don't seem right. Endure heat. Red candles at the top and bottom. Black in the middle. Obsidian at those two. This doesn't make sense. Is it because this one's like out a bit? Is it this? Is it something like this needs to be here? And this needs to be here? Is this just a little off? Dude, you are the worst. Captain Manic here. Oh my goodness, Grug, just... Okay. Hold on. Before I lose my mind. Hold on. Ignite, explosion, art of flame, fire shield, armor, ignite, extinguish, fire shield, endure heat. Red candles, sunk flame, obsidian at both in that there. Oh. No black candles. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait, which one was that? This one? Okay. Sonk's flame. Red candles above top. Obsidian above top. Iron at Aphelion. Unless I'm supposed to just remove the black candles. Or... is the instructions wrong on what can hold this? Is that something I'm reading wrong? It says symbol... no, yes, it can hold anything. The symbol's fine. It must not just like something about the position of those reagents. We're going to get this done before we wrap up. This is obsidian, right? Obsidian. Obsidian. Mayhaps I just remove these candles? I would love to not stand on the pentagram. Can you please just try again? Okay, so the candles it doesn't like. So those do have to go back there. Okay, so it's fine with these candles. What it's not fine with... oh my goodness, Grug. Grug, just pick up the candle. Are you standing on the candle now? Oh, I thought I was getting angry earlier in recording today. This is the worst. Okay, how about you just move? And how about you go, like, right there? Why can't it just do what I want it to do? Game, just do what I want you to do. Stop getting on top of objects. Game, this is right. I've double checked it. This is correct. This is exactly as it's supposed to be. What do you mean the reagents don't seem right? Why does he keep saying flampour? That's not the right spell. Red candles at the top. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm an idiot. I love being dumb. I love being dumb. It's so great. I'm sure that somebody out there has been yelling at me for the past 10 minutes. Telling me that I'm an idiot. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't read. Like, it's a problem. We're just gonna say, like a lot of things in life, this has been a frustration. And now that I understand what I've done wrong, I take back all my anger. And I'm sorry to everyone out there in the YouTube world who's watched this buffoonery before you. Okay, so we have him doing the right spell. Finally. Finally. Okay, let's just see if this needs to move a little bit. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I hate this type of magic. This is the worst. This is the worst type of magic in the game. Huh. Wait. What the heck?
Care you no more for your own world, Avatar?
Okay. Okay. We're going to save the game. In fact, we're going to flip this. I would rather This go here, and this go here. We're going to save the game, and then we're going to try the test again when we come back on the next episode. And it better go smoothly. If it doesn't, I'm going to be real angry. So until next time, I want to say thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And as always, we hope to see you soon.